what a glorious day, right? What a great weekend. President Trump yesterday announces he's going to give all of us $2,000 in dividends from the tariff revenue that the government's collecting. And now the government shutdown is over. President Trump has ended the Schumer shutdown, and Schumer is having a Schumer fit. I mean, he is just freaked out by this. This is awesome. My name is Brian. This is where MAGA comes to talk. Welcome. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe. On my next stream, I'll be in the studio taking live calls. So Trump ended the Schumer shutdown. Let me read. This is from Fox News. Senate Democrats cave. Open path to reopening government. Several Senate Democrats crossed the aisle despite getting no guaranteed deal on Obamacare subsidies. Yes, that's right. The art of the political deal. So President Trump, he's going to give us all $2,000, he said yesterday. He ended the Schumer shutdown, reopened the government. He's going to feed millions of SNAP people. Government workers are going to get massive checks because they get all their back pay. Boy, oh boy, winning. This is winning. The Senate took a massive step forward. This is in Fox News I'm reading from. The Senate took a massive step forward on its way to, well, let me hold on one second. Let me read the CNN version so that the trolls in the chat can hear from their own people over on CNN. Listen, I'm going to read the CNN version of the story, okay? Here's their headline: Senate advances deal to reopen government. Okay, CNN, a critical bloc of 8 Senate Democrat centrists on Sunday, but still Democrats, helped advance a funding deal to reopen the government in exchange for a future vote on extending the Affordable Care Act subsidies, putting Congress... Hold on a second. What are you doing? Who is that? Okay. My cats. A critical bloc of 8 Senate, CNN reporting, a critical bloc of 8 Senate Democrat centrists on Sunday helped advance a funding deal to reopen the government in exchange for a future vote on extending Affordable Care Act subsidies, putting Congress on a path to win the longest shutdown in U.S. history. The Schumer shutdown is over, courtesy of our greatest and favorite president, Donald Trump. You know, they just can't win against President Trump, can they? They just can't win. And, the thing about all of this that really makes it even better is that the things that he's doing are impossible for the Democrats to have credible take issue with, right? President Trump just reopened the government. All the food stamp people are going to get their money. The government workers are going to get their money. The entire government's going to be funded. They get to get their stupid vote on the Obamacare, right? And Trump's sending at least $2,000 to every American. This deal would include a new stopgap. This is CNN, for all you liberals out there. The deal would include a new stopgap measure to extend government funding and be tied to a larger package to fully fund several key agencies. It includes no guarantees from Republicans to extend the health care subsidies of Obamacare that have been at the heart of the funding fight. What Democrats did secure is a future vote on the matter. Okay, so that's CNN. Let's go over to Fox. This is the Fox News story. Headline: Senate Democrats cave. That's right. The Senate took a massive step forward with a group of Senate Democrats caving and joining Republicans in their bid to pass a revamped plan to end the government shutdown. Signs that the shutdown, which entered its 40th day, could be ending become more and more clear as the day went on, particularly with the unveiling of a bipartisan package of spending bills that lawmakers hope to attach to a modified bill to reopen the government. Welcome, everyone. Make sure you subscribe if you're new. If you're just joining, my name's Brian. This is where MAGA comes to talk. President Trump has just ended the Schumer shutdown, so if you get your SNAP benefits, you'll be getting them, guys. Don't worry. 8 Senate Democrats crossed the aisle to mark the first step in the GOP's quest to end the shutdown. Many of the lawmakers that splintered from Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, Democrat from New York, were among those engaged in bipartisan talks over the last several weeks. Then they go through all the names, which aren't important, of the 8 Democrats. The question was, does the shutdown further the goal of achieving some needed support for the extension of tax credits? One of the Democrat senators says, our judgment was that it would not produce that result, and the evidence for that is almost 7 weeks of fruitless attempts to make it happen. So they just realized that Trump wasn't going to cave. Schumer and Senate Democrats long stayed the course that they would only vote to reopen the government in exchange for a solid deal on extending expiring Obamacare subsidies. Notice CNN, they don't call it Obamacare. They call it the Affordable Care Act. Fox News calls it Obamacare. They have some poll. The Democrats have some poll that people like it when they hear Affordable Care Act, but Obamacare has negative poll results. That's why they do that. But the solution developed over the last several days included nothing of the sort. While there was some wins in the updated continuing resolution, like reversals of some of the firings of furloughed workers undertaken by the Trump administration and guaranteed back pay for furloughed workers. There was no guaranteed victory on the Obamacare issue. That means that Senate Democrats effectively caved with little to show for their health care push, save for the guarantee of a vote on subsidies from John Thune, which is going to fail. But they'll at least get the vote, right? This is awesome. Chuck Schumer panned. It's early. Hey, what time is it? It's 3:15 a.m. Give me a break. I just started my coffee. Schumer panned the compromise deal and charged that when Republicans rejected Democrats' own counterproposal that would have extended the expiring subsidies for a year, they showed that they are against any health care reform. We're not going to give health care to illegals. I'm sorry, guys. This health care crisis is so severe, so urgent, he said. Thune, blah, 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 blah. Progressives in the Senate were unhappy with the development. Senator Bernie Sanders charged that it would be a horrific mistake for Democrats to cave now. If this is Bernie Sanders. If Democrats cave on this issue, what will it say to Donald Trump? Is that he has a green light to go forward towards authoritarianism, Bernie Sanders says, and I think that would be a tragedy for the country. Oh, I think it's very good for the country. Still, there's a long way to go before the government officially reopens. They got to do a few things here and there, and it will open. So we got it. President Trump has won. The Schumer shutdown is over. They made a deal. We got the votes we needed. All the food stamp, SNAP. Make sure you subscribe, by the way, if you're new to my channel. All the food stamp people are going to get their SNAP benefits. The government workers are going to get paid. They're going to get their back pay. The air traffic controllers will be back at work, paid. Everything. The military will be paid. And Trump's going to send everybody $2,000 each American. Hopefully tax-paying American, but every American. So how can you oppose any of this? What has President Trump done here that any rational person could even dare take issue with? Can you tell me? Any of the trolls in here have any of you liberals out there? Can you even suggest something that you could how could you oppose any of this? ICE agents will be paid. Everyone will be paid. This is awesome. Trumpaloopa. I like that, Richard. Yeah, Richard says Trumpaloopa. I love it. I love it. Yeah. I mean, the Trump is so smart, right? He does things that are universally good, that no one could oppose. These are things that you just cannot oppose. Now, today on the morning show, which will start around 5:30 or so, I'll be taking live calls. Oh. Are you guys excited? I'm excited. I am so excited. This is the best. It does not get better than this. This is what winning is all about. hmm You know, we're so lucky. You know, and President Trump's changed the standard. You know, I talk about this a lot. Before Trump, Republicans never stood up to the Democrats, and that's one of the reasons they kept pushing this. Is they've never been in a Washington where the Republicans stood their ground and stood up to them. They've always been able to use all these ridiculous things like the SNAP benefits or the military pay or things like this to get the Republicans to cave. And President Trump stood firm and got everything he wanted and probably more. This is winning, yes. Now, to the MAGA people in the chat, are any of you tired of winning? Yes or no? Are you tired of winning? Yes or no? The only thing, I got a sneeze coming on, guys. Hold on. Hold on. Excuse me. My kittens don't like, they don't like sneezes. Now, yes or no, are you tired of winning? The only thing I'll ever disagree with President Trump on is I will never get tired of winning. Thank you for the bless yous. Thank you, thank you. Yep. They took the vote last night to reopen the government. You know, that's right. And everybody's getting paid. So, including the SNAP people. Sneezes come in threes. That's right. Yeah, my kittens, the sneezes ran off my kittens. They don't like sneezes. That's okay. They'll be back. Haku's not afraid, though. Oh, inflation is like in a record low. I mean, if you are a Democrat, why would you be opposed to? Oh, here they come. They're back. The $2,000 each American's going to get from Trump as a dividend from the tariffs. And by the way, that's a great one because any complaint that the liberals have about prices rising because of the tariffs, okay, that'll be more than offset by the $2,000 each American gets. For most people, that'll be far and above the rise in prices. We don't have a date on it yet. He just said that they're going to do it. President Trump posted on True Social yesterday. Republicans lost it. It's a blue state. Democrats beat Democrats. Give me a break. Hold on. Oh, I've got a big thing on Mamdani that I'm going to share on the morning show today. Yeah, I'm on my back porch. Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 75 degrees Fahrenheit.
Wow.
Today, expect a high of 80 degrees.
It's 75 degrees right now at 3:21 in the morning. Today, a high of 8. Did it say a high of 8? Alexa, what's the temperature?
Right now, it's 75 degrees Fahrenheit. Today, expect a high of 80 degrees.
Wow, 80 degrees. That's kind of cold weather for us. That's like winter. Oh, yeah. Awesome, awesome, guys. Does not get better than this. Nope. This is the best. Oh, I'm very excited. How could you not? I don't know if we're going to get the $2,000 before or after Christmas, but I'll take it whenever. Hopefully before tax time, so I can use it towards my taxes, right? That'd be awesome. Yep. You want a tyrant to be president in 2028? No, I want Trump to be president in 2028, not a tyrant. Good, thank you. That's a good question. Nope, not a tyrant. We want Trump in 2028. If you're new to my channel, my name's Brian. This is where MAGA comes to talk. Make sure you subscribe. And on my next stream, I'll be in the studio taking live calls. Now I'm just having my coffee here on the back porch, celebrating the Trump money that's coming, the Trump bucks, and Trump ending the Schumer shutdown. When there's elections, it's not a monarchy, right? And then if it was a monarchy, would be Don Jr. would be next in line, right? He'd be the senior prince. Monarchs don't have elections. How could you not want Trump back in 2028, right? $2,000, and you know that $2,000 per American. I'm expecting that to become a yearly thing, a yearly dividend that Americans are going to get at either the end or the beginning of the year, based on the revenue we brought in. So, you know, it could end up being more money than that. Oh, it's beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. What are you guys going to spend your Trump bucks on? Your $2,000 each in Trump bucks. I don't know. You could put it into an annuity, buy some silver, buy some gold. Yeah. I hope you don't break the law with it, Jack. $2,000 in silver would be pretty cool. Alexa, how many ounces of silver can I buy with $2,000? No, Alexa, stop. Alexa, stop. Alexa, what's the price of silver right now?
As of November 8th, silver traded at $48 and 31 cents per troy ounce on the foreign exchange.
$48, okay. Alexa, what's 2,000 divided by 48?
2,000 divided by 48 is approximately 41.6667.
So you could buy four, yeah, that's right. Could buy over 40 ounces of silver. That's awesome. 200 ounces? I don't know. I got to do my math. It's early. I don't have my I haven't had my. Let's see. What did they say? She said 48. So 2,000 divided by 48. Yeah. 41.6 ounces of silver. So you could buy 41.5 ounces of silver. Yeah. No, there's no tax on the metals in Florida. No sales tax on the metals in Florida. Yep. Pretty exciting, isn't it? That's right. That's awesome. I think silver would be a great buy. Might maybe buy some of that 90% silver. Or a nice gold bar. Yeah, we are. All Americans. President Trump said at least $2,000. He said it yesterday. Yeah. Yeah, how many pounds is 41 ounces? Alexa, how many pounds is 41.5 ounces?
41.5 ounces is about 2 pounds 10 ounces.
Yeah, yeah. So about 3 pounds of silver. Awesome. That is so awesome. That is so awesome. That's exciting. Just under 3 pounds. Yeah, you get a bar. Yeah. Yeah. You get a silver bar. You could get a, a nice, beautiful silver bar for that. Whatever. It's a lot of silver. You can even buy gold, platinum, whatever you want with your Trump bucks. Yep. Oh, this is a great day, people. It's a great day. We're so lucky to have President Trump because he's resetting everything. He's resetting the world, right? The world has been in chaos because the United States has not had leadership. We had 8 years of Obama, then 4 years of the auto pen between these Trump, terms, and it's just been too many years of anarchy in the world. Now Trump is back, and he is not messing around. What Trump is doing is just fantastic. If you're just joining, President Trump has ended the government shutdown. The Schumer shutdown is over. President Trump made the deal. Isn't that exciting? Everything Trump is doing is good for us. Now, if you don't think it's good, you're probably not an American. But if you're an American, what he's doing is very good. That's right. Hail President Trump. He's doing great work. How can you make a case against ending the government shutdown and giving every American $2,000? How can you make a case against that? How can you do that? I'd like to hear someone try. You'd be grasping at straws. There's no talking points for that one, are there? Oh, yeah. Well, what most people will do with their money is go out and spend it. So it'd be an economic boom. No, the government shutdown is over, so all the SNAP people are going to get their SNAP benefits. That's right. Everyone will get their SNAP benefits, even those not entitled to it. James, I don't mind disagreement, but don't spam. You're welcome to disagree, but don't spam, all right? Spamming is not allowed. Whatever. We've got a great bench of great Republicans to run after Trump decides to retire in 2032, 2036, 2040, whatever. But I'm very excited. I mean, this was the weekend of winning. Most people take off on the weekend, not Donald Trump. Kyle, welcome. If you're new, make sure you subscribe. This is where MAGA comes to talk. On my next stream, I'll be in the studio taking live calls, guys. So make sure you subscribe, and that'll start in about 2 hours. Oh, man, this is awesome. How could you not be excited? It's 3:30 in the morning here on the East Coast. And we got our $2,000 in Trump bucks coming. President Trump ended the Schumer shutdown. The SNAP benefit people, deserving or not, are going to get their SNAP benefits. The Walmarts will be busy again. It doesn't get better than this, people. We are on top of the world. Oh, I'd love to hang out with Don Jr. Absolutely, wouldn't you? That's right. The things that Donald Trump is doing, right, just over this weekend, they're so universally good, nobody can credibly disagree with them. I mean, how can anyone say the ending the government shutdown's bad, right? There's no way to do that. There's no way to do it. That's right. One day we'll wake up and he'll have ended the war with Ukraine and Russia. That's coming. It's only a matter of time until we get that one. That'll be a great one. What do you disagree with? You don't want your $2,000? How can any American disagree with getting $2,000 as a dividend from the tariffs? How could anybody be against that? That's impossible to credibly oppose. You cannot credibly oppose that. It's impossible. History will remember the greatness of Trump. Absolutely. History will remember the greatness that is Trump, no doubt. You can oppose anything, but when you're opposing things that are universally good, you sound stupid. Oh, believe me, there's going to be an investigation into SNAP people. There's no American who can credibly be against the $2,000 to every American, at least $2,000, excluding high-income earners. Well, we don't know what the cutoff is of that is. You know, Trump's definition of high income is much higher than what most of our belief is. President Trump said yesterday that all Americans are going to get at least $2,000 each in the form of a dividend from the tariffs. That's right. Oh, I'm excited. I can't wait. I can't wait. And, it's going to be very exciting to hear the mainstream media, right? How are they going to argue against these things? What Trump did, there's no way that an American could be opposed to anything President Trump has done this weekend. But then again, they have no class. I mean, look at the football game. They're booing him as he's swearing in members of our military. No, it's our money. It's our money, the $2,000. The government's not in the business of making a profit. Remember, the government is not a business. The government money is really our money, taxpayers, not theirs. Good. Majors and generals. What about colonels? He skipped the colonels. I'm sure anybody that Hegseth fired needed to be fired. I'm sure he had good reason. Sorry, no DEI wokesters in our military. We need tough people. That's right. If you're new to my channel, make sure you subscribe. This is where MAGA comes to talk. We're celebrating all these great things President Trump has done over the weekend. President Trump just ended the government shutdown, and he promised to give every American at least $2,000 in a dividend from the tariffs. Welcome, France. Well, on my next stream, in about a little less than 2 hours, you'll be able to call me on the phone. Oh, pardoning Rudy Giuliani, who deserves it, absolutely. America's mayor and war hero from the War on Terror, Giuliani. He pardoned a bunch of people. How many did he pardon? I got the number here. Hold on. He pardoned a lot of people. Let me see. I got the number. Okay. It was quite a bit. Let me see here. Well, I thought I had the number. I guess I don't. He pardoned a lot of people, though. Let me see if I got the number. It was a lot. Sidney Powell got pardoned. It was a lot. Let me see if I got the number. I read an article with it earlier. I guess I didn't post it to X. But he pardoned, like, a lot of people. Let me see. I'm not sure where I read the number this morning. Well, I don't see the number now, but it was quite a few. Yeah, the president told us. The president told us he's on the record and he doesn't lie. Welcome, everyone. No, we're all getting Americans, hopefully taxpayers. And by the way, by President Trump's definition of Americans does not mean South Americans, Latin Americans, North Americans, or people who live in the Americas, which include Canada and the parts of the Caribbean. They're United States of Americans. You have to be a United States of American, okay? A United States of America American, a U.S. citizen. Yes, a legal U.S. citizen. Mm-hmm. Welcome, everyone. Oh, man. This is so beautiful. I'm excited, aren't you? How could you not be excited? How could you not be excited? I mean, this, it's amazing. I don't know how President Trump finds time to do all these things. Really. I mean, he sleeps like 3 or 4 hours a day, maybe. He does not waste a moment, does he? He's the hardest working president we have ever had. Schumer's in shock. I promise you that Schumer is up right now, freaking out. He's on the phone complaining about Trump to somebody. His wife's like, "Go to bed, Chuck. Come on, I'm trying to sleep." Well, they probably don't sleep in the same bedroom. Iowa, welcome. Ugh. Well, it shows Schumer and the Democrats are completely powerless. Powerless. They have no power. They have no influence, just like the fake news media. Trump won. Again, like he always does. Trump always wins. I mean, it's just, zero power, zero influence. Now, if you're new to my channel, guys, make sure that you subscribe, okay? This is where MAGA comes to talk. We're celebrating President Trump has ended the government shutdown. The Schumer shutdown is over thanks to President Trump. President Trump has ended the Schumer shutdown. The Democrats shut down the government. President Trump just reopened it. A winner president. That's exactly right. A winner president, no doubt. A big winner. If you call being a failure winning, I mean, if you want to change the definition of failure to winning, you would be correct. What is that, Poseidon? What are those, candles, or is that Poseidon there? A trident. Oh, the Democrats don't know what to think, podcast curator. What are they going to say? I mean, if you're a Democrat, what are you going to say to this? That's right. Charlie Kirk would be very happy today, very proud of our president. He sure would be. I'm proud of Trump. Aren't you proud of Trump? If you love Trump, press 1. If you love and are proud of President Trump, press 1. I'll press 1. There you go. Look at all that. Trump love and Trump. No, there's no other choices. All numbers equal Trump love and Trump pride. Whatever number you put in there means you love Trump. Yeah, I got to get a Trump 2032 hat. I don't know, or should I get 2028 and 2032? I got to get them. All numbers mean you love Trump, yeah, and are proud of him. Whatever number you put in there means you love Trump. Look at all that Trump love. Look at that. Is that fantastic? Yeah, you can put any number in there. All numbers mean you love and are proud of Trump. Absolutely. Yes. Oh, man. America's back in so many ways. Isn't it nice to have a president that's doing things for the American people? This government, really, most presidents, all presidents prior to Trump and, of course, the auto pen, they're always doing things for Europe, doing things for China. Nixon opened up China. Reagan defeated the Soviet Union. That benefited Europe. They rarely, if ever, do anything for the American people except screw us over and steal our money. But here you have President Trump. Everything President Trump does is for the American people, right? Yeah, this is the back porch of my house. where I'm at right now. This is it's great weather. 75 degrees. It's 75 degrees and 3:43 in the morning. Oh, how exciting. How could you not be excited, guys? How could you not be excited? Yeah. What are you guys going to do with the $2,000 Trump is sending us each? What are you going to do with your Trump bucks, the $2,000? Newsom 2028 for what? The insane asylum? Yeah. He can become mayor of San Francisco again. Talk about America first. What's everyone going to do with your Trump $2,000 in Trump bucks that's coming to us? And that's each. That means if you're married, that's $4,000. I wonder if that's for your children too. I don't know. What are you guys going to do with your Trump bucks? Excuse me, guys. It's early in the morning. I'm still waking up. Oh. It's not a handout. It's a dividend on the tariffs that the government is collecting. It's not handouts. It's profit sharing. Big difference. I hope that it's only to taxpayers, but whatever. President Trump knows best. He'll figure it out. It's his plan. He said he's going to do it. Right, Luna? That's right. My MAGA cats are very happy. Yeah. I'll buy you guys some new cat toys. Well, you don't have to take the $2,000. You could not cash the check or send it back to the government. You're not required to accept the money. So you liberals out there, you don't have to take the money. But I suspect you will. That's right. If you're new to my channel, guys, make sure that you subscribe. This is where MAGA comes to talk, guys. This is Haku. Hey, Haku, come here, buddy. This is my daughter's cat here. Hold on, you guys, let me see if I can pick. This guy is as big as a dog. This is Haku. Say hi, Haku. This is my daughter's cat. Hey, Haku. He's living with us now. Hey, buddy. All right. Coca-Cola. Come here, buddy. Come here, Coca-Cola. Oh, he's playing with Haku. Let me see if I can show you. This is Coca-Cola. Say hi, Coca-Cola. Say hi. Oh, yes. These are all rescue animals, of course. Yep, Coca-Cola. Pepsi, I don't know where Pepsi is, but he's around somewhere. My daughter's cat, Haku, this cat, he's been to Mexico. My daughter got him from an animal rescue in Los Angeles when she lived in LA. And the animal rescue sends the cats to Mexico to get spayed and neutered. So he's been to Mexico. He had an operation in Mexico. Can you believe that? Yeah, I guess he's got a passport. Yeah, he's an internet. Yeah, he's been to Mexico, had surgery in Mexico, born in L.A., and now he lives in Florida. No, he's an American cat. He was born in L.A. and they sent the cats to Mexico to get spayed and neutered from the shelter. It must be super cheap to go through that hassle. That's right. He's traveled a lot. No more traveling, right, Haku? That's right. Oh, you don't have to take your Trump bucks. When that $2,000 gets sent to you, you can not cash the check or send it back. It's up to you. I'm loving these liberals saying that they don't want the $2,000. Fine, don't take it. Send it back. Pepsi. Come here, Pepsi. The cats are wrestling. Pepsi. They're chasing each other. Yep, he's a traveling cat. And he's flown across the country a couple times. My daughter, when she drove here, she flew him here first with her other cat. Her other cat lives with her, but she only have one cat, so we kept him. Her other cat, is like 15, 16 years old or something. What's wrong with a 50-year mortgage? Are they going to tell us that 50-year? I don't know about all. I don't know. 50-year mortgage. President Trump, his business is real estate. So President Trump talks about a 50-year mortgage plan. He knows real estate more than any other president we've ever had. He knows what he's talking about. But it's not a requirement. You can get a 10-year mortgage, a 15-year mortgage, a 20-year mortgage, a 30-year mortgage. The length of the mortgage is up to you. It's not a requirement. It doesn't mean mortgages are going to be 50 years. It's an option that he's proposing. He's not mandating it. Some people have 20-year mortgages. Some people have 30-year mortgages. Some people have 10 and 15-year mortgages. There's all different types of terms. I'm sure you can get them even less than that. I'm sure there's people that have 5 and 10-year mortgages. I don't know how it's wealth redistribution. I mean, I pay more money than that in taxes. So, exactly. You got a 10-year mortgage, see? You can get mortgages at different terms. It's not a requirement. I don't know. I'd have to talk to a financial advisor. Maybe a 50-year mortgage would be a good thing. I mean, how much would it reduce your monthly mortgage? The way it works, when you have a mortgage, you have other things too, right? You have the mortgage, your property taxes, and your homeowner's insurance. And most people, not everybody, but most people have them combined into one payment, right? So if you break down your mortgage, this is not true for everybody, but for most people here in Florida, because of our insurance rates, but for most people, the mortgage is the smallest part of that payment if they're responsible buyers, right? The property taxes and the insurance are more money than you're paying in the mortgage. That's why Ron DeSantis wants to do away with property taxes in Florida, because people work all their lives to pay off their houses, and then they are shocked at how much they're still paying because the property taxes and the insurance. And insurance rates, homeowners' insurance rates are really high in Florida. So he's looking for a way to defray that, and that is to do away with property taxes, which I hope he does, because that would save me. I pay thousands of dollars a year in property taxes on my house. So if we do away with property taxes, oh man, I'll be so happy. Plus we get a yearly dividend from the tariffs that President Trump is starting up. Oh man, money in my pocket and yours too. It's just like when you buy a car, right? You have options when you buy a car. You can pay cash if you got enough cash. You can finance a car. And when you finance a car, you can finance cars now for up to 7 years. Or isn't it 7 years they extended that to? You can finance a car for any time period you want, up to 7 years now in some instances. Or you can lease. It's up to you. So if there's 50-year mortgages, who are any of us to question President Trump when it comes to financing real estate? He knows exactly what he's doing when it comes to real estate, believe me. That's his area of expertise. So, he has an understanding of real estate and money that none of us will ever understand. He's at a whole new level. Mm-hmm. A whole new level. Mm-hmm. No, he's never had personal bankruptcy. Never, President Trump. If you're new to my channel, by the way, make sure that you subscribe, guys. All right, make sure you subscribe. This is where MAGA comes to talk. Who is anybody anywhere to tell President Trump what's best so far as a real estate transaction? He's one of the most successful real estate people in history, right? That's what he knows. So if he says an option of a 50-year mortgage is a good idea, he knows more about real estate than any of us ever will. So, you know. Mm-hmm. There you go. Winning. That's exactly right. Winning. Mm-hmm. Winning bigly. It does not get better than this. This is winning to the nth degree. Mm-hmm. President Trump knows exactly what he is doing. Mm-hmm. Delusionals? No, this is it. President Trump ended the Schumer shutdown, and he said he's going to give Americans at least $2,000 each. Mm-hmm. Believe me. Well, we don't know yet. The president hasn't said when. I imagine it'll be a direct deposit. And my guess would be to taxpayers. Mm-hmm. JP, good morning. Good morning. Yeah, it is 75 degrees and 3:55 in the morning here in South Florida. Florida is great, man. Isn't the weather awesome? Mm-hmm. Sleepy Don. You'd be sleepy too if you were working 20 hours a day like President Trump. Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. President Trump ended the shutdown, and he's going to give us at least $2,000 each. 31 in Arkansas. Wow. If it was 31 here, we'd basically shut down the state of Florida. Yeah, he's on the record. He posted the True Social yesterday that we're going to get $2,000 at least as a dividend from the tariffs. Mm-hmm. I mean, they're making so much money. Yeah. I mean, they're collecting how much? I just looked it up online. Let's see here. Let's see here. In 2024, total tariffs collected by the government in all of 2024 were $77 billion. The most recent analysis only goes up to September, so we don't have any October, November numbers with this, what I just looked up. As of September of this year, and this year, the United States government has collected $174 billion in tariffs. Some projections are suggesting around $200 billion will be collected by the end of the year. That's a lot of money. Mm-hmm. That's right. Let me see if I can find the October numbers. 31, wow, that's cold. In August alone, they collected about $30 billion in tariffs. In August alone. That's crazy. Yeah, so we deserve some of that money back. Absolutely, absolutely. Don't you agree? I mean, why would you not want that money? You have to be insane not to want your Trump money. I'll take it. If you don't want it, you know, you don't have to take it. You don't have to cash the check. You can send it, if it's deposited into your account, you can write a check and send it to the U.S. Treasury. They'll take it. You can write on the memo, I don't want my Trump money. No, they help us. Tariffs help our enemies only if you're not an American and your enemy is the United States. So, maybe, well, I guess if you're Antifa, your enemy is the United States. So, no, it's giving back to taxpayers. It's our money, not the government's money. The government's not in the business of making profit, people. Right? That's not, you know, that's not what the government's about. If you're new to my program, make sure you subscribe. I got to get back to work. I'll be live in about 90 minutes in the studio taking live calls. So subscribe